Hi, welcome to Videowiki's translation tutorial. To make it easy for a translator to add his voice, we break down each video into several different slides. So, all the translator has to do is add the voiceover for each slide, and then the software will automatically stitch these slides together to make a translated video. Now, how exactly do you add voice to each slide? So as you can see, you have a text base available, which is the translated version of the English or the original text. So using Google Translate, we translate that into this text base. If you feel like there are some changes necessary to this text base, all you have to do is make those edits. As you can see, you can make those edits. It will automatically update that translated text, and then just click on the record button and record your voice. So once you have added voice to a slide, you get an option to confirm and upload the recorded audio or delete your current record. So all you have to do before saving it is play the recorded audio, listen to it once, and make sure that there are no errors in the audio. If you believe that there are any corrections that you can make in this recorded audio, just cancel the current recorded audio, record it one more time, listen to it again, and if you're happy, then save it. As you can see, your audio has now been saved, and you will see a tick mark right next to the slide that you have added audio to indicate that you have completed the slide. Similarly, add voices to each and every slide in that video. Once you've completed each slide, you will see a tick mark right next to that slide. Now, there must be some rules that you have to follow while recording a video, right? Yes, there are actually 5 pillars that you have to follow while you are translating a video. Pillar number 1, take a deep breath. So what exactly do we mean when we ask you to take a deep breath before you record the audio, right? So what most people do when they have to record their voice is that they will take a deep breath after they start recording or clicking on the record button. It's a natural instinct that most of us have, and we are all guilty of it. It's a very poor practice. Let me show you why. Okay, I have the text here, which I will have to read out, as in record my voice, read out the text. अप्रिमेय संख्या हिपोसिस की खोज पाइथागोरियन गणितज्ञों के एक समुच्चय के संबंधित थी. Now, as you have noticed, I took a breath after I clicked on the record button. So what this does is, it leaves a gap of 1 second in the recorded audio, which will also be, it will be shown in the final audio, where you have a 1 second gap where there is no audio at all, which of course is not efficient in terms of you recording the audio, and also it will leave an unnecessary gap in between. So ideally, the best thing to do is take a deep breath, and then click on record and start recording your voice. Pillar number 2, essence-based translation. So what does essence-based translation mean? Let me explain it to you using the example of a video. Now I'll be playing the first slide of this video. Pay attention to what the speaker says.
When we're dealing with basic arithmetic, we see the concrete numbers there. We'll see 23 plus 5. We know what these numbers are right over here, and we can calculate them. It's going to be 28. We can say 2 times 7. We could say 3 divided by 4.
As you have observed, the speaker took a total of 17 seconds to complete the English sentences. Now, if we were to translate these English sentences word for word into Hindi, you'll notice that the translation is very lengthy, and 17 seconds will not be sufficient time for the translator to add their voiceover. So how exactly do we cross this obstacle? Instead of translating it word for word, we should try to make it a practice to capture the essence of the English sentence. So instead of saying what the speaker has said word for word in Hindi, I'd make it much shorter. So I'd be saying, when we're dealing with basic arithmetic, we have the numbers 23 plus 5, whose result is 28. Also, we have 2 times 7 and 3 divided by 4. It's a shorter way of saying the same 2 sentences by capturing the essence, which makes it a lot easier for the translator to convert into Hindi and then to add their voice. Pillar number 3, end close to the max limit. So what we mean by this is that when you're adding a voice to a slide, try to utilize the complete section of time available to you for that voiceover. If the voiceover is completed before the time provided, that will leave an empty gap of dead silence towards the end. For example, say in slide 4 you have a maximum limit of 10 seconds. If you manage to complete this sentence within 7 seconds, then you have 3 seconds of just silence, which will be very odd because there will be a 3-second gap between the sentence in slide 4 and the next sentence. So try avoiding those dead silences by completing the sentence within the total amount provided. So if it's a 10-second slide, try saying this sentence completely within those 10 seconds. Pillar number 4. Look at the person speaking in the video. Some videos will have people speaking on screen. And while adding voiceovers for such videos, you'll have to look at the person on screen and try syncing with their lip movement. So let me just play this video to give you an example.
Welcome to channel 16 of Swayam Prabha. This is an initiative of the Ministry of Human Resource Development, and it is being coordinated by the Indian Institute of Technology, Kanpur.
As you can see, the speaker sometimes pauses between sentences and sometimes even mid-sentence. So if the speaker does pause in the video, when you're adding your voiceover, try to follow the speaker's lip movement and pause at that exact same point. And when they continue speaking, start adding voiceover again. This will make the final translation seem a lot more natural. Pillar number 5. Choose a silent place and start translating. Finally, be bold, find a quiet place and then start translating. You might make a few mistakes in the first 2 to 3 slides, but don't worry, you can keep trying again until you find your rhythm. Once you've added audio to all the slides, you'll see a green tick mark to the right of each slide. And then you'll see a button at the top called Send to Export. Click on this button to request an export. Now let's say that the administrator has rejected your request for an export. And then they've asked to make some changes. So you need not worry that you'll have to re-record the entire video. The admin will be very specific with your feedback and will mention which slides require those changes. So all you have to do is re-record only those slides. Say for example, in this video, the admin has asked you to make some changes in slide 3. All you have to do is re-record slide 3, make the relevant changes, save your audio, and then ask for an export again.